All right, so the second project we're talking about today is going to be Tectonic, the algorithmic money market protocol that's built on the Kronos blockchain. And I just mentioned this, but how this thing came about to me, I was cruising around on CoinMarketCap. I saw that it had a trading volume of a couple $1 million. And a couple days ago, it peaked at around 13 million. So I did some research into it, and it seems like an interesting project. And I want to cover it for you guys. That's what we're doing. So what are they trying to do? So they're trying to give you passive yield on your assets in a decentralized, non-custodial way. So in essence, if you have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, and you want to go ahead and you want to lend it to earn APY, unlock some liquidity from that, earn some passive rewards, that's what they're attempting to do. And they're doing it through a bridge that connects Ethereum and Cosmos. And actually, it's not a bridge, it's more of a hub, but we're splitting hairs there. So high level, at the heart of Tectonic, it's a cross-chain algorithmic money market built on the Kronos blockchain. So Tectonic allows users to lend and borrow crypto assets with corresponding interest rates that are determined algorithmically, nailed that, based on the supply and demand of those assets. So what stood out to me is DeFi is huge, right? And we all know Ethereum has issues with gas fees, transaction speeds. So if there's an up-and-comer who has a solution that kind of works around those, with the total value lock that flows into DeFi, I think it's worth it to at least research and pay attention to it. So again, they're built on Cosmos, and they're using an Ethereum virtual machine. And the reasons for it, scalable and affordable. We already talked about that. 1,000 transactions and minimal fees compared to ETH. They have instant finality, so as soon as a block is finalized, the transaction is finalized. IBC-enabled interoperability, so the whole vision is it's kind of being able to connect to any blockchain through their hub system. And then there's also access to the Crypto.com ecosystem. So if you can get your asset listed on Crypto.com, it's a chance to go ahead and snag some DeFi OGs as well as some DeFi newcomers. What we got in the chat? Willis equals old bear. Yeah, man, I got you. So look, we talked about ETH fees. Do you use Ethereum? What did it cost? Everything. I mean, that's the truth, right? There's a couple projects I want to buy into. I go on Sushi Swap, spend $100 on a token. I'm paying $60 in gas fees. It's stupid, ridiculous. So anyhow, so their solution is, again, a decentralized, non-custodial money market that's cross-chain between Cosmos and ETH. Now, again, we take a look at the founders. I want to know what's happening behind the scenes. And these folks are not doxxed, which I'm starting to feel isn't that uncommon when you come to some of these decentralized applications, right? They're not like Coinbase or Binance. So I'm not holding that entirely against them. Now we jump into the Reddit. I want to see what the social sentiment is, how folks are pumping this token, excited about it, believing in it. Reddit's a little sparse. Reddit's a little light. 26 members. Their Twitter has around 36,000 followers right now, and they do tweet fairly regularly. They also have a Medium page, and if you follow the channel, you know I love me some Medium pages. And they got some content in there, keeping that updated. Now, of course, we always like to play the game of what if, because at the heart of this, right, we're generally trying to make some money. Let's call it what it is. So at Tonic's current price, if like everything aligned and it happened to hit the same market cap of Aave, you're looking at 114x based on whatever you're putting into the thing. Now, they went ahead and they just launched this thing. And right off the bat, in 4 days, they're able to lock in about $4 million in total value locked, which is considerable. Now they went ahead and they had a partnership with VVS, which is another finance application built in the Cosmos universe. And in essence, if you had VVS tokens and you're staking in a pool, you can go and earn some Tonic tokens from doing that. Now we talk about the tokens utility. This thing's kind of interesting. I haven't seen this before, but I also haven't went super deep into DeFi. So if I'm like a noob here, just let me know in the comment section. But you're able to stake your Tonic tokens on their DApp and use it to secure the protocol through a community insurance module. So if there's a drastic turn in the marketplace, they have this insurance module in place where all these kind of staked funds are there to help recoup people's funds if they get wrecked or if there's like a malicious attack on the network or something like that. So super interesting. What else we got? I think in terms of stage, this thing seems post-launch, but still very early. The tokenomics, this is also kind of interesting to me. So the Tonic token is the main token. Again, we talked about how you can stake that and support the community insurance module. There is a risk of slashing if you do that. If there's a sudden drop that could go ahead and affect your funds. But they went ahead and they airdropped this thing. They had no private sales. They had no back behind the curtains buying of this token. So what they went ahead and did, as I mentioned before, if you had that VVS token and you were participating in some of their projects, opportunities, what have you, they went ahead and they airdropped those tokens right on your head. So they didn't sell any. What we got in the chat? Love this nitty gritty. Yeah, man. Yeah, DeFi isn't my specialty, but I'm trying to learn more about it. So we go ahead, we look at the token. 10,000 million, billion, trillion, 500 trillion tokens. And I couldn't find any information to contradict this. But if they went ahead and they airdropped all these on people, and there are no back of the room private sales, then it sounds like the total supply is already in circulation, which could help reduce any downward pressure on the price going forward. Now, for the founders themselves, they do have a vesting period that they locked up, supposedly, right? I don't know how to verify this. I'm just taking it from their Medium page. But it says that they went ahead and set up a 4-year locking cycle on these things. Now, again, we talked about the DAO. So what you're going to be able to do if you have that Tonic token, you're going to be able to vote in the DAO, put up referendums, initiatives, participate in making decisions on key initiatives, changing parameters around interest rate models and protocol upgrades, just all the different stuff that needs to be done to keep this thing going. Old Bear, yikes, that's a lot of tokens. That is a lot of tokens. It is a lot of tokens. So talking about where can you buy this thing? Crypto.com, baby. Crypto.com is the one I'm using out of all those. Now we had a couple pieces of news. We already talked about the staking VVS and you earn the Tonic tokens. They had that Crypto.com listing, which happened January 23rd. Now they did go ahead and they had this call out that people were getting super excited about the Tonic project because it pumped in price, as we saw, right? It was like 5x from where it started out. And in their Telegram and their Discord, it just got completely bull rushed talking about price and the market and all that. And for a lot of these things, they have to like segment that type of talk to really kind of stay on the right side of regulations and all that. Even though they're decentralized, I think still it's important. And also from a branding standpoint, right? You don't want to see like your quasi-professional Discord just flooded with like rocket emojis and stuff. So anyhow, they went ahead and they told those people to calm down. Like, we're excited too, all right? We're all excited, we're making money, but just chill out a little bit. They went ahead and opened up that staking, so we touched on that. Now, this was interesting. So if you guys didn't know, there's a couple days ago, Solana had a little bit of a hack, all right? 325 million plugged off of Ethereum. And that's another one that's kind of plugging into ETH, talking about lower gas fees, faster speeds. And so since that happened, these folks behind the project proactively decided they're going to go ahead and begin to progressively reduce the aggressive collateral nature of the protocol. And I believe how it's at right now is 3% every single day. They're kind of pulling it back a little bit just to get it to a more sustainable point long term. Now, the mainnet for this thing launched on December 22nd. So again, not that long ago. They also had that hot bit listing. This was on the 27th of January. So again, not that long ago. Now we look at the roadmap for them. So go ahead and launching that community insurance module, launch leveraged yield farming, and open up their governance protocol. So I think the bullish scenario, what if they have the key to go ahead and unlock those issues around decentralized finance, decentralized market makers from ETH, okay? Lower gas fees, faster transaction times, decent security. And they go and they try and rival Aave or Curve or Compound, okay? So you're getting into a cross-chain bridge early. Now that's targeting those issues. And for your willingness to kind of risk all your money in a new protocol, you get that next Aave with that 100x potential. And not only are you earning that Tonic token, but you're also able to stake it and lend it to really magnify the different ways you can make money. And you can go ahead and you can unlock your liquidity from your current assets. If you have a bunch of Bitcoin in a hardware wallet or something, and you like to play the risky game, you can go ahead and lend that sucker and make some money on it. Now, I think if we go ahead and we look at this from the bearish scenario, just a couple days ago, one of these bridges that are built through Ethereum got wrecked. All right, so things start out fine, but as time goes by, you begin to become used to accepting kind of the complex nature and the undoxed aspect of the founders. And without a ton of visibility that I could find behind the actual transactions themselves and where money's moving and the founders' wallets and all that type of stuff, I mean, you're kind of gambling a little bit. In addition to that, as we mentioned, Solana had that hack, and what's to prevent that from happening here, especially if it's a nice target being kind of a cutting-edge technology trying to solve some of those ETH issues. So I think overall for me, I'm undecided. I'm undecided if I'm going to buy this thing. I kind of have a don't put money into undoxed founders rule. But this thing seems interesting. This thing does seem interesting. So let me know in the comments section down below. Are you buying this thing? Are you not buying this thing? Did I miss anything in my review? I'll probably take the top comments and I'll pin them up at the top so other folks can see them. But there you have it. There's my review of Tectonic, the decentralized market-making algorithmic protocol for DeFi lending. Nailed it.